Thank you. I think let's make the conversation a little bit simpler for listener or the people who are watching. The extramural and the intramural sometimes may be confusing to people because of the words.
Yeah.
So we have basically two types. If we want to look at it, we have the voluntary. Let's start from there, and then we have the statutory. Then when we go to now those ones that can be provided inside, within the work environment, and those that can be provided but they affect the outside world. For example, maternity leaves, those are now outside the work environment. The internally, of course, we have employers, as my colleague has said, that who provide free lunch. For an employee, that is now the internal aspect of looking at it. So statutory, of course, there are legislations that are provided for certain welfare at workplace, starting from the Constitution, starting from the Work Injury Benefit Act. Look at the welfare in the Occupational Safety and Health, which is actually the mother act in terms of welfare. That's the starting, the foundation of the welfare activities for employers. And then you look at the Employment Act, what it provides in terms of those welfare. Then you say, what is this that employers are now giving over and above, and why? Because it depends, as my colleague has said, depends from one company to another or one sector to another. And you cannot expect, of course, terms to be the same. Now, some of these benefits, like, for example, if we talk about maternity leave, we've seen most companies are providing more than 3 months. They are providing 4 months maternity leave, which is with full pay. The minimum is 3 months. Of course, there's some politics around the maternity leave and how it came, and how employers were also supposed to benefit from that. But of course, it becomes now part of a benefit that, for example, lactation rooms. It's a law now that you should have a place where mothers should go and breastfeed so those are statutory provisions, but they are not part of basically what you are doing, because initially, if you look at the history of industrialization, it was not part of the employer really to provide for an employee a place where they can do that. But now with the development and advancement of social rights, we've seen basically employers coming in to say, look, if I don't provide for my employees, then do I expect productivity? They have tested, and research has been done to establish that whether these benefits, when they are given to employees, do they really bring back the benefits? Is there a return on investment on this? Of course, others have argued to the contrary, but to be honest, and what I've seen, because I've participated in many collective bargaining agreements in this country, I've seen many welfare activities and facilities provided by employers, and I've seen a positive change in terms of how employees really attach themselves to that company, how they offer their services. So you could see that it is not only the employee who is benefiting, but the return on investment on those benefits actually is the employer who is benefiting, basically. Because if the employer was not benefiting, then you could not be having an extra, because you do costing for that benefit.
Yes.
And you ensure that once I give this benefit, I'm able to sustain this benefit for a longer period, so that you don't give a benefit today, tomorrow you remove that benefit. So therefore, you kill the morale of those employees, and then you have a high labor turnover from your company and all those things. So those are negative issues. So once you give, you must have a very clear managerial decision and a costing effect that you will be able to maintain that welfare facility or services that you are giving your employees.
Okay.